Hi guys and welcome back. Well, it's another classic gaming review for you, and I've got to be honest, this is my first time of playing Rollcage. Right, Rollcage. The game was developed by Attention to Detail and was published by Synosis. Now here's the weird bit. The only bit of information regarding the writers, the programmers and everything is that Robert Barker was the detail programmer. I can't find anything online and I can't find anything on the game itself. There's nothing in the instruction manual that tells us anything about who, I suppose, designed it, did the music, was the graphic artist or anything. I've only got that one bit of detail. So the one bit of detail is Robert Barker was the detail programmer. It made its way onto Microsoft Windows and the PlayStation, and its release date was 1999. There's a song in there somewhere. Yeah, I've got my granddaughter at the side of me. And this is, of course, a racing game. Well, there you have it. It's short and sweet, that one, isn't it? You haven't got to hear me waffle on for ages. It's got no real story. It's just a racing game. So, you guys know it. It gets 8 out of 10. Audio. Well, the game has got quite a funky soundtrack, and it has actually got tracks from Fatboy Slim, and they include Soul Surfing and Love Island. The noise you actually hear from the likes of the cars Yep, sounds like a racing car. I've got no real qualms. The only issue I suppose I've really got is, yeah, it just feels like it needs to be in your face more, and it doesn't. It's not a letdown, but it's just a little bit disappointing. I would have expected maybe just that little bit more. You know, the only other futuristic racing game we ever got was Wipeout. I mean, that came out 4 years before this, so you're expecting something maybe a little bit similar, and you're not going to get it. But what you do get is great, and for that, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. Controls. Well, you have got to use the dreaded D-pad, but you know what? It's actually surprisingly good. There's no thumbsticks for this one whatsoever. Sorry, it's my granddaughter again. Yeah, got to use the D-pad, but you're using the X for accelerate, you're using square for brake. Now the most important button on this game is the circle button, because you will get a little frustrated when you can't seem to turn around properly. Push circle, it will auto correct you and have you facing the right way. You've also got your left trigger for your left weapon and your right trigger for your right weapon. You can also pause the game in mode by pressing the start button. Now, the controls, when you actually get to move them, they're not oversensitive, but you can pick the sensitivity, and obviously that's based on the particular race driver you want to use. I went for all-out acceleration, And as you saw right at the very beginning, I accelerated and did nothing but spin on the spot. So just bear that in mind. Controls, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 because they are surprisingly good on this D-pad. Graphics. Right, we'll start with, yes, they are looking aged. But what do you expect? This is a game from 1999. But you know what? As aged as they may start to look, this game has absolutely zero slowdown. And that's just really impressive. This is certainly one of the games that was starting to push the hardware of the original PlayStation. It's just outstanding. You get an absolute incredible sense of speed with this one, you really do. It's no Wipeout, let's put that out there now. It is no Wipeout. But you know what? This is a fantastic game in its own rights. The graphics, yes, they are starting to a little bit blocky around the edges, but once you get into the racing and the thrill of this thing, you know what? You don't really care. And I don't care. I thoroughly enjoyed playing this one and watching it. Tons of detail. Plenty of colour, tons of depth. But the game's biggest selling point is, well, it's that unique physics engine in which the cars can drive on the walls, the ceilings, due to the airflow passing over them at the extreme speeds. I cannot think of any other games that did this. It's brilliant, it's fantastic to play, and once you get the hang of it, driving upside down in a tunnel is child's play. It's gonna get another 8 out of 10. gameplay? Well, you've got 6 different characters that you can choose from, and they all have varying degrees of skill. They are made up by acceleration, top speed, strength, and grip. And not to try and point out the obvious too much, one of them may have a higher top speed than the other, others may have better acceleration, others may have a better grip. So pick wisely. Now the mode I'm in at the moment is the League, but you can have a time attack or you can have a 2-player, or if you want, you can just practice. And believe me, it won't do you any harm to practice. But anyway, you start off at the bottom of the Gemini League, and once you can work your way through that, you'll then start off in the Scorpio League. Once you get through that, race against the elite in the Taurus League. And apparently, it doesn't get much harder than that. You get given points to you depending on where you come at the end of each race. Obviously, the higher up the ranking you are, the more points you're going to get. Finish first, you're going to get 10 points. So on and so forth. Finish highest overall, up the leagues you go. And it is as easy as that. Not once did I ever feel bored. I found this game to be really exciting and I thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's going to get another 8 out of 10. Overall, this is a brilliant race game, and I feel like personally I've gone and missed a hidden gem with this one. I might have been late to the party, but at least I've eventually turned up. You will forgive this game for its blocky graphics. It's got that fantastic physics engine, and you've just got to play it to believe it. It's that good a game. It might not be the absolute best on the market, because we did get Wipeout. But you know what, it is different and it's just a great game within its own right. I'm absolutely chuffed that I now own this, and this game does come highly recommended. It's getting an overall score of 8 out of 10. there you have it. That's Rollcage, and this is a game that I'm thoroughly enjoying. I'm a little upset with myself because I've certainly only recently picked this one up. I might be late to the party, but at least I turned up best dressed. This is a fantastic game, and I've got a friend out there that's into his races in a big way. And Jace, you're going to thoroughly enjoy this one, mate. It's an absolute blast, so let's hurry up and do a let's play, yeah? If you've made it to the end of the video, and I hope you have, please consider subscribing. I'd like to thank you for watching, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks again, you guys. Take care.